Yo, what it is, YouTube? Is your boy De-essing coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. I wanted to drop a dope vocal preset for Chris Brown / modern R&B vocals in 2025. How to get those radio ready, clean, pristine, super shiny vocals, all right? So let's get to it right now. If y'all like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What's your favorite Chris Brown song? Let me know down below. Shout out to the artist too. I'm gonna drop the link to his page as well. You feel me? He's providing these dope vocals. So let's go.
I've been on the wave, girl. You know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream. I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking all my promises. Hold on my sleeve, I can't hide it. Girl, you the truth, can't deny it. And the way you put it out, know you like it.
All right, really dope stuff that we got right here. So first of all, Autotune settings. You know, for Chris Brown type of vocals, I know that actual Tizio, when he records Chris Brown, they print it in the Autotune. So I guess maybe the settings are always whatever they feel best for the song. But Autotune is a part of the Chris Brown song, the sound, you feel me? So yeah, his voice just reminded me of Chris Brown for some reason. I just liked how he sounded. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Chris Brown lately. Slime and B2 is like a great project, very underrated. And so yeah, these are the retune settings and the humanize.
I've been on the wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that
And you know, I was playing back and forth between low male and alto, but I felt like the alto sounded a little bit better on his voice. So I used a split S here, and for me this is very important when it comes to getting those pop Chris Brown R&B vocals. You would usually go into the waveform and actually like manually ride down every S and everything like that. But I'm seeing a situation where you know, I just use a split S because it's quicker.
I've been on the wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream. I know you probably, you know the vibes. Got you on my mind.
So yeah, you hear what it's taking out. Okay, let's see what it sounds like with and without the vocal preset.
I've been on the wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream. I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking all my promises. Hold on my sleeve, I can't hide it. Girl, you the truth, can't deny it.
So it just feels like a glass menagerie, you feel me? It feels like a watch or a jewel. The first plugin that I use is the SSL channel strip. I liked it because it's very lightweight. It reminds me of 1 teaspoon of sugar. You feel me? Nothing too heavy, nothing too sweet. So that's what I'm rocking with the SSL. And I just used a very low level of a ratio. That's going to gather the vocal together like a basket weaver, kind of tying everything together. And yeah, we worked on just like ever so slightly on the mid-range, only a dB here, a dB there. You want to keep most of the low end and the low mid for singers so their vocal can have some power, okay? Especially because a lot of times they might be singing over a rap style beat or something like that, you know, with rap drums. So you want it to feel with a little bit weight. So I got a little lazy with actually cutting up mid-range and low end.
I've been on the wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream. I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking all my promises.
All right, let's look at the de-esser.
I've been on the wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream. I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick.
All right, dope stuff right there. And most importantly, you got to understand that's why we had the split S before, because with the way his voice just kind of sounded, I didn't even want to use the shelving de-esser. I wanted to use like the bell type of, but it just didn't sound right. So that's why the split S is very important plugin, because it makes the de-esser work less, which helps you maintain your high end, okay, and still be able to do a decent amount of de-essing, all right? So after that, we got the C4, and of course I use pop vocal preset, but I did some adjustments. I used opto and soft to really like make the vocal just really feel round. I wanted the shape of the actual vocal to feel round and flirtatious, like a dandelion, okay, type shit, like a flower or a rose, all right? So this is like the texture, the way you want to set things up, the imagery in your head that you got for the shape of the vocal, all right? So that's why I use pop vocal preset, and I played around with my low end release. I wanted my low end to be smooth, so I slowed down my attack to let more low end come through and slow down my release too.
I've been on a wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream, I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking all my promises. Hold on my sleeve, I can't hide it. Girl, you the truth, can't deny it. And the way you put it, I don't know you lie. I've been on a wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream, I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in.
Cool. CLA 76, I use the blue face mode because I wanted more brightness, but I just use it as like a parallel saturator, only like 22%. I just think I use this mostly for dirty gain and volume.
I've been on a wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream, I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking all my promises. Hold on my sleeve, I can.
So I wanted to bring some passion, some momentum, with the promises, all that shit like that. I wanted to add distortion to make it feel more like he is going through a breakup and shit's going on. He's an emotional roller coaster. So that's what I did that. Okay, let's go.
I've been on a wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream, I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already break.
Oh yeah, that fresh air is like when you in your car and you turn on the high beam lights, you feel me? Now everything is like, whoa, you feel me? It's just like way brighter type shit. Then I use the L2. I use the limiter because I wanted to bring in a little bit of control to his vocal, and that's what the limiter is gonna do. Also pulling out more mid-range too. I want to pull out a little bit more mid-range. So when you squeeze it like a sandwich, you know, the cheese and the ham starts coming out on the sides pretty much, you know, so that stuff that's in the middle starts to come out a little bit more. So that's why I use the limiter to sandwich his vocal.
I've been on a wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream, I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking all my promises.
So I would only tap that limiter at 1 dB, and that's once in a while. Most important thing about this limiter is that dithering. It's adding noise, but a good noise, a very low, quiet noise that you can't hear, but adds more vocal presence, all right? That's the trick. Then I use this little EQ just to take off some parts I didn't like and boost a little top end.
I've been on a wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream, I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options, but you the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick.
All right, really dope. And then I use the wave silk vocal just for any harshness. So you see, I'm not working on low end because I'm trying to keep as much low end in the vocal to keep that body in there. I just really took out all the harshness of the mid range and all the harshness of the high end, you know, from the fresh air and then the shelf that I hit afterwards. So yeah, then I used the gate right here too. His voice needed a gate. It was a little bit of noise. And RVOX right here, that's right here, is gonna bring in some like just some core strength. You feel me? You know, it's just gonna bring in that tree trunk. You know, like if you go into a forest, you see a tree trunk. It's so hard to pull out the tree trunk. It's easier to pull out a branch at the top of the tree because that tree trunk is the foundation, so it's rooted and it's just more solid and harder. All right, so because I put in a little bit of that RVOX compression, it kind of anchors the vocal a little bit better.
I've been on a wave, girl, you know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream, I don't wanna fight. I know you got some options. With you, the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking up my pride.
Cool. Reverbs that we used here, I used a space rider for the quarter. I use another space rider for the reverb, and I use shimmer plate. I love that for the mainstream R&B.
I've been on a wave, girl. You know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream.
And then space rider.
I've been on a wave, girl. You know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize.
All right, then I used the basic doubler. I know that TZO, who's Chris Brown's engineer, uses that. CLA 76. This is giving the vocal presence and brightness. So I'm maximizing my brightness by taking advantage of the fact that the Blueface has a bright warmth type of tone to it.
I've been on a wave, girl. You know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream. I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options. With you, the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking up my promises. Hold on my sleeve, I cannot.
Yeah, it really just kind of like is an alarm clock type of, situation that wakes the vocal the fuck up. All right. So then the ad-libs, let's look at that. Same ass auto-tune, bro. And the ad-libs are just like, I just did some quick ad-libs. Use the fresh air because I wanted them to be super bright, super 1080p 4K HD resolution. Use that default silk vocal preset, only giving me the mid-range, the good stuff that I want. I use the doubler right here. I like how the doubler just kind of gave it like a phasey stereo spread with an SSLE. And then a meta flanger, and I only use it for the stereo widener part, not even like the actual flanging.
I've been on a wave, girl. You know the vibe. Late night thoughts got you on my mind. You're the only one that I fantasize. Feeling like a dream. I don't wanna fight. I know you probably got some options. With you, the only one I'm locked in with. Told myself I wouldn't fall too quick. Now I'm already breaking up my promises. Hold on my sleeve, I can't hide it. Girl, you the truth, can't deny it. And the way you put it, I don't know you like it. I've been on a wave, girl. You know the vibe.
So you guys see the settings, just the basic ping pong, and then another space rider with more chorus on the actual reverb itself, all right? It's slipping in that chorus is always going to help the auto-tune sound a little bit better because it's adding more modulation to the overall mix. And the auto-tune itself is kind of like a modulator, so it just kind of smears stuff. All right, so that's pretty much the end of the video here today. If you guys like this Chris Brown vocal, preset and everything, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and suggest more artists that I should do, all right? So down below, if you want to support the channel, check the links in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I appreciate you, YouTube gang. All right, peace.